One of the reasons why they didn't deliberate on this case was that because the 2020 elections was coming up. I thought that comment was disqualifying and was impeachable. Now, again, I have no way of verifying whether that was truly shared because the president must have said this in confidence, and when I also was told this.
Right.
But for a Supreme Court to be sensitive to whether or not the president would lose an election, it's impeachable. That is not the business of the Supreme Court. The decisions as to who we elect and to proceed forth in the knowledge of who is better president for Ghanaians is the Ghanaians who have to make that decision for themselves. If we have a court who is sensitive to who should win an election, and that becomes the reason of delaying cases, then we are in trouble. But I am praying that this is not what motivated the court and its delay, and essentially waiting to when we are almost reaching a point where we are having a lame duck president to come out of this decision. Because that in itself speaks volumes about the kind of democracy we may be getting. But for me, I have decided to focus on the positives. I'm a glass half full person. And a glass half full tells me that I am concerned about, as far as the legacy of this particular president was concerned, it's already destroyed. Everybody has walked away knowing that this is not somebody who has lived up to the billing. But what about what happens for us in the future? And as far as the future is concerned, I am comfortable and happy that we now have a case, a decision that puts us in a position to confront abuse of power more squarely. That is important, and I want to focus on the positives rather than to undermine that positive with what the Supreme Court should or shouldn't have done. But it's disappointing that it's taken this long for us to get here.